Just because we've always been doing it one way doesn't mean it's the right way to do things.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Master Series podcast presented to you by GLC Europe. I'm your host, Fansilu, and today we are excited to bring you a special episode dedicated to HSE 360 2026, one of Europe's leading conferences for health, safety, and environmental professionals. As organizations continue to navigate rapid technological change, evolving regulations, and increasing expectations around workplace culture and sustainability, HSE has never been more important. Joining us today is Keith Hall, who will once again be chairing this year's conference alongside Kizzy Augustine. We are really honored to have you here. Hi, welcome to the podcast, Keith. How are you doing today?
Hi, good to see you, Pansilo, and great to be on this podcast today. I'm really looking forward to the conference coming up in Vienna, and I'm just very excited to hear from some of the great speakers we have and some of the great topics we're going to have.
That's great. Thank you so much. So again, many thanks for agreeing to chair this conference again alongside Kizzy Augustine. And we're looking back over the previous conferences. How have you seen the series evolve, and what keeps you so passionate about leading it?
Well, it's been 10 years now, and it's been an incredible journey. And we've looked at how HSE has transformed over those 10 years, and also looked at how the role of a HSE professional has transformed, looking at things around organisational culture, strategy, and sustainability. And we've also started looking more and more about how ESG is actually delivered through health and safety professionals, how there are these greater challenges. We've had brilliant presentations looking at the collaborative ecosystem where safety leaders can actually get together and have real opportunities to talk about the challenges of today and tomorrow.
All right. So alongside that, what sets HSE 360 2026 apart from previous editions and other industry events?
I think really we took a great opportunity with 2026 to look at what is actually how the landscape has changed. I think something that's happening very quickly at the moment is AI integration into safety and the shifting global compliance standards. So when we're looking at that in terms of AI delivery and that, it's understanding exactly where the risk lies. There's been some great research done from some industry bodies looking at how we can ensure we can leverage AI to get everyone home safe every day. In addition to that, we're looking at the intersection of mental health wellbeing with physical safety. So moving more to looking at how mental health can affect the performance, especially with the changes that are coming up and the challenges in society currently. If you think about it, just in the last 10 years, social media has exploded. We've been through COVID, we've had various other challenges. So now, the job from 10 years ago to the job today for your safety leaders has dramatically changed. And we want to take the opportunity to have those discussions and enable the networking to happen in Vienna.
That's very impressive. Thank you. Would you be able to maybe talk us through some of the key themes and highlights of HSE 360 2026?
I think really we're trying to keep it down to just 6 key themes. You can go to a lot of conferences and they give you a huge agenda with so many different tracks. You're not quite sure what the golden thread is that's being pulled through the conference. So on this one, we've very much tried to keep it. So we're looking very much at the future of HSE in the industry. The digitalisation of data and how we can leverage that through AI and through other systems. We're also looking at proactive risk management. So some of the changes that are coming in with both ISO 14001 2026 and there's ISO 45001 2027, and they're going to be looking much more of risk in terms of your normal, your abnormal and your extraordinary. And we need to understand how that risk delivers within a business, and how, as a business, how we can understand how those risks affect us. There's also the evolution of HSE professionals, from how they're transitioning. So we're moving very much from a safety of things, looking at kind of buildings, looking at safety barriers, looking at performance. We're moving to a safety and environmental control of people. So how are we supporting people with climate change? How are we supporting people through their understanding their well-being better? So definitely within these last 10 years, you've definitely had a move from the safety of things to the safety of people, the environment they operate in. That's very much being represented by the changes that are coming in with the new ISO standards. So with all of that, we're really going to drive into the future role of culture, leadership and psychosocial safety, and how that can drive safety performance.
All right. A common critique of industry conferences is that they're too often theoretical. How does GLC HSE ensure attendees leave with practical value?
Well, it's something we've also been very careful whenever we've looked at these conferences. So the people that are speaking there are actually real world safety professionals.
Mhm.
There's not people that are coming to speak to you that are general consultants that just want to come and sell you the package and move on. These are people that do the job day in, day out. So they will be delivering scenarios and examples and case studies from where they work, and how you can take that information back to your business and help use their learning and the incidents and how their operations came out to bring into your business to drive that continual improvement in your business. So just thinking about some of the speakers, we've got Lucy Pritchard from Shore and Port talking about how they've delivered. We've got Kizzy Augustine from Mishcon. We've then also got people like Dr. Karen McDonnell, who was the former IS president and is now head of global relations. You've got Matthew Hall from ROSPA. So we've got some real world examples that we're going to bring. This is not about the theory. This is not about the papers people have written. This is about people day to day are doing the job, and the changes they have affected and they have delivered with their business and the results that they have got.
You always manage to bring together exceptional industry experts. Who are some of the speakers or sessions that you're particularly excited about this year?
Well, I think for me, there's going to be, we've got Jason Anker, who has come. So Jason was unwell a while ago, and this is probably his first European conference he's coming from.
Really?
So we are really excited that Jason is coming to us to talk about resilience, to talk about change, and how people can actually use resilience and drive it as a strength within their business. So I'm really excited for Jason Anker, very excited for Karen McDonnell, and as always, looking forward to hearing from Tim Marsh and Kizzy Augustine.
Impressive. Beyond the presentations themselves, networking is a major reason many professionals attend conferences. How are you encouraging connections among attendees this year?
I think one of the things you always find with a GLC conference is the enthusiasm that we drive through these conferences. So you will find when we're talking about this, there are some great network opportunities. We take a great opportunity to give people opportunities to meet. We have events that are happening after the first day. So in the first day, when we encourage everyone to take the opportunity to join us on either in the bar or afterwards, to come out in town with us so we can truly network, because it's the conversations that happen at these events which drive the networking. It's having that conversation outside of the meeting. So we do take an opportunity to make sure there's plenty of time for people to not work. We're in a fantastic hotel, a fantastic city. So it is about taking that opportunity, speak to your fellow person beside you, and make sure you go home, because probably safety is a team game. And we've got to say that if you've got a problem in your organisation, I guarantee someone's already found a solution to that somewhere else.
Yes, that's right. For professionals who need to justify the investment to the CFO or leadership team, what would you say is the return on investment of attending GLC HSC 360?
So the return on investment for this is very critical, because people have to justify, why should I come to this conference? And I think the reason for coming to this conference is the fact that we have real world examples, we have great speakers that mean that people will be able to bring things back into their business, case studies that they can then use within their organisation to drive the efficiencies that we're celebrating at the conference. So it's very much about, it's the networking, it's the level of people that are speaking, and it's also the level of people attending, means that your return on investment for attending this, you will be able to justify that through the learning and the lessons learned you can bring back to your organisation to drive efficiencies in what you do every day.
So is this conference designed for only experienced HSC directors, or is there value for early career professionals and general managers as well?
I would encourage all levels. The great way to talk about safety is to actually have that diversity of the conference. We make sure that obviously that we want safety leaders to attend, and all those people are safety leaders. So very much from the point of view, we want everyone from C-suite to people just starting out their career, because especially if you're starting out your career, there's a great opportunity to network, to learn from your peers, and ultimately, just because we've always been doing it one way doesn't mean it's the right way to do things. So it's always good to have new people coming along with new ideas and challenging us. So do make sure it's not just for your C-suite, it's not just for your people at the top level of the business. We would encourage all levels to come, to take that opportunity to network, and to take the opportunity to, again, drive their continual professional development through attending this conference. One of the things we will make sure is that when you leave here, you do get recognition of your CPD, so you can go back and you record that, so you can generally demonstrate the learning you've had at this event.
Well, it already certainly sounds like an event that no HSC professional would miss. For our listeners who would like to learn more, with the full agenda or secure their place, where should they go?
Absolutely. If you're looking for more information, please just Google HSE 360. You will find a website from GLC conferences. It's got all the information. It's got the bios of the speakers. You can request an agenda from that and obviously understand better. Follow the countdown for when the invite's coming on. Also, follow GLC on LinkedIn. There'll be a LinkedIn page coming up so you can actually follow the event, and we'll be posting updates from speakers, we'll be posting updates from podcasts, and we're making sure that you can keep informed about what's happening, who's speaking, and the topics we'll be discussing.
Well, thank you so much, Keith, for joining us today and sharing these valuable insights into HSC 360 2026. We really, really, really appreciate you taking out your time to join us today out of your busy schedule. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the Master Series podcast presented to you by GLC Europe. We hope today's conversation has given you a glimpse into what promises to be an engaging and practical event for HSC professionals across industries. For more information about HSC 360 2026, visit the GLC Europe website and reserve your place. Until next time, I'm Pansilu, and this has been the Master Series podcast by GLC Europe. Thank you.